Hey guys, Gaggard197 again, this time with a review of the 144 scale high grade Universal Century Zaku 2 high mobility type black Tristar version. And one hell of a mobile suit it is. So for the colors, we get mainly a very dark blue. You might think it's black at first, but it's very dark navy blue. Furthermore, we have lavender, some white, and grey for most of the joints, and some other small details. Then we have the hoses, which are molded in black. But one funny thing is, when you look at the runner, it kind of has a blue shine to it, like the like beam saber, like a material they make beam sabers out of. Kind of a blue shine, quite weird. Also, they smell a bit weird. Overall, very nice. And I have to say, they did a really nice job molding this. For example, the white here, I was really expecting them to make these white parts here stickers, but no, they actually molded it in white. Talking about stickers, the only stickers you get are the eye camera, of course, the red here, and all the white stuff here. Compared to some of the other high grades they've put out recently, that's quite impressive, seriously. And of course we also get a lot of marking stickers. They've really outdone themselves this time. The sheer amount of marking stickers you get here, this is really master grade quality. I'm pretty sure this is actually more than some of the older master grades, so really impressive so far. On to articulation, and things only get better. Besides, the head has a little bit of chicken movement. It's on a double ball joint. Turns around all the way. Will, of course, wiggle, turn around, do everything a ball joint does. Then, when you pop it off, the mono eye, you can move it two ways. Grab a toothpick. And the mono eye is actually molded in, so you can do it like this the easy way. Or when you pull it off, there's also a little lever here that you can try to do, but it's actually easy to just grab a toothpick and push the eye itself. And put that back on. Then onto the arms. They of course turn around all the way, go up 90 degrees, same goes for the other one. Spike arm just pops up, and once again 90 degrees. There's also some really nice forwards and backwards movement with a nice hinge there. The back slightly less, but forwards really nicely. Of course, in order to hold the weapons a lot easier. Also, the shield and the spike armor are on the same peg, so you can swap them around if you would like to do so. Then the arm turns around. Bends at the elbow at unfortunately only one joint, but you get kind of more than 90 degrees. Then the hand is of course on a ball joint, so we'll wiggle around, turn around, and do everything a ball joint does. Then the backpack, the thrusters are on ball joints. Unfortunately, these flaps here don't move like they do on the master grade, but hey, it's a high grade. Then the waist goes forwards, backwards really nicely, turns around a little bit, but it's a Zaku, because of course these hoses here do limit it seriously. So really nice articulation there. Then the legs go out about that far. Pull it up like so, and if you bend the knee a bit more like that. Then backwards by that far. They go side to side quite a lot more like that. Then they also rotate, but only this far, because for some reason the inside it's not a circle, it's an oval for some reason or another. Don't know why I did that. It's a bit weird, but guess you could always try to hollow it out so to give it a bit more wiggle. Then the knees, they are double jointed, but just look at that giant piece here. You guessed it, not gonna get a lot of articulation there. But let's face it, we couldn't really expect any more than this. If you look at the master grades, even they don't have more than 90 degrees, and I'm pretty sure the 1.0s have even less than 90 degrees. Then the feet go forwards nicely like that. They're on a ball joint here, and then a flip-flop joint down there. So go forwards like that, backwards nicely like so, side to side, and we'll turn around a little bit. So overall, for what it is, the articulation is pretty damn good. Well, also, once again, these flaps here do not move, but it's a high grade. It's not a master grade. Then on to accessories, and things are only gonna get better here. Starting off with, you get a different scalp, the one that doesn't take any of the command antennas, and as you can see, I have the more elaborate one, and you also get the normal one. Weapon-wise, you get a nice arsenal, starting off, of course, with the standard Zaku machine gun, and this one has been slightly upgraded. If you look at the old Zaku machine gun, this one is somewhat more detailed, also a different handle. This is a round thingy, this is more of an actual handle. And the cool thing is, I'll illustrate with a bazooka, as you can see, there are pegs on both sides, and they hold really well. If I take the hand apart, as you can see, the pegs are actually strong enough to hold the weapons by themselves, and that is when you know that you got a great peg. Just pop them out, put it in, and they of course have no problem at all holding the weapons with both hands. And oh yeah, some nice piece of articulation. This of course turns around, and then the scope also goes up and down. Next up, we have the bazooka, and you actually get a second trigger finger hand. Once again, as you can see, there's a little hole here. You pop it in, and the machine gun also has the pegs on both sides, so he can dual wield both weapons in both hands. They, like I said, they really went all out with these. You just pop them out and put it in. Also, the trigger finger hands are on a slight angle, so he holds the weapons a lot more naturally. Here he is, fully loaded up. And of course, it's not a Zaku without a heat hawk. They kind of changed the way to store the heat hawks because the peg this time is on the actual heat hawk. Unlike usually where they give you a separate clip and that clips on a mobile suit. It's, well, I find it a little bit disappointing because now you can only have the heat hawk like this, and I guess I'm the odd one out because I prefer to have my heat hawk the other way around. I would have preferred the peg, but hey, it works. And also, most importantly, the heat hawk actually stays in the hand. And there we go. That's always really nice to see when the heat hawk doesn't simply fall out. Now, a few more accessories. You get a spare clip, which can go on either side of the side skirts. You get one additional hand. This is a closed fist type for the left hand only. And finally, you get a very cool and unique part. This thingy here slides onto the shoulder armor, and it allows you to store all the weapons. So let's do just that. Start off with the bazooka, and you can actually store the bazooka two ways. Oh yeah, of course, bazooka also has a little bit of articulation. Starting off with the handle, goes up and down, which makes posing this a lot easier for over a shoulder. Then you have the extra handle that goes up and down. Then even the scope goes up and down. So you can store this two ways. You can either have the grab thing here where it clips on and it doesn't fall out. See, really securely. Or there's a hole here, peg here, and you simply peg it in. Then you can actually take a separate bazooka. This is the one from the High-Grade Universal Century Zaku, and you can simply clip it on there to have two bazookas. That's really nice. Let's quickly remove that. Then, once again, with the machine gun, simply take it apart. As you can see, it's actually really easy to do and doesn't take that much time. Once again, you have a hole here, peg on there, fiddle around with it a little bit. Come on, this had to go on there somehow. Oh yeah. Push this in a little bit to get the scope out of the way. There we go. And then finally you clip on the heat hawk. And now you have all the weapons stored on one place. And if you then add an extra bazooka, you've got one hell of an armed Zaku. And quite a lot going on that right shoulder. And oh yeah, one final thing about the bazookas. Unlike most normal Zakus, you cannot store it there. Like most Zakus have a flap that opens up. Unfortunately, this is just one solid piece. But hey, you can store it on the shoulder, so no complaints there. And finally, if you want to attach it to an action base, you've got a hole here, which also gives it a little bit of extra maneuverability. As always, the inevitable question is, do you want to buy this? Absolutely. Let's face it, the real question should be, how many do you want to buy? Because I only have like 2 very nitpicky complaints about this. The first one being, you only have a single elbow joint. And when we look at, for example, Zaku 1, this kid is a lot older and he has a double elbow joint. But yeah, more recent Zakus haven't had that one either. The final nitpicky complaint is, we don't get the giant bazooka. Or as you might know it, the one that comes with the Dom. And the master grades for these guys and the R2 have it, and it's kind of like the pièce de résistance of those kits. So it's a bit unfortunate that they didn't decide to include them, but hey, like I said, it's only a little complaint, and we do get some really good accessories anyways. So the good thing is, the articulation is really nice with the exception of the elbow. Accessories, great, it looks amazing. The proportions are really nicely done, and when you compare it to the old Zaku 2, to put it, it's a lot better, to say the least. The Zaku 2 is absolutely no match. Actually, I really hope they kind of use these molds to give us an updated Zaku 2, because by comparison now, this looks absolutely ridiculous, bad, dated, and whatever bad things you want to say about this, unfortunately. So, like I said, absolutely go for it. And I will totally pick up 2 more of these guys when I get the money. Then our comparison shot with the Zaku F2, and as you can see, he really got his proportions from the Zaku F2, even though all the parts are completely different. As you can see, proportions are really similar. Then finally, comparison shot with the Gym Custom. And that's all for this review, and see you at the next one. Like I said, buy it, and buy another one.